Tsunami Awareness Day is observed every year on 5th November. This year's theme is Be Tsunami Ready, Invest in Tsunami Preparedness. This day reminds us that while we cannot prevent natural hazards, we can prevent them from becoming disasters through awareness, education, and investment in resilience. World Tsunami Awareness Day was established by the United Nations General Assembly in December 2015, following a proposal from Japan, a country that has endured some of the deadliest tsunamis in history. Over the years, Japan has developed extraordinary expertise in tsunami early warning, public education, and rebuilding stronger after disasters. The United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, or UNDRR, facilitates the observance of this day in collaboration with organizations and governments across the world. Tsunamis are rare, but when they strike, they are devastating. In the last 100 years, 58 tsunamis have claimed more than 260,000 lives, an average of 4,600 deaths per disaster. The Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 alone killed nearly 230,000 people across 14 countries. These numbers remind us that preparedness saves lives and that every second counts when a tsunami warning is issued. The word tsunami comes from the Japanese words tsu, meaning harbor, and nami, meaning wave. A tsunami is not a single wave, but a series of enormous waves caused by a sudden displacement of water, often due to an underwater disturbance. These waves can travel across oceans at the speed of a jet aircraft. And when they reach shallow coastal areas, they rise into towering walls of water that can destroy everything in their path. Now let's look at what actually causes tsunamis. 1. Earthquakes. The most common cause is undersea earthquakes. Most of them occur in subduction zones, where one tectonic plate slides beneath another. But not every earthquake causes a tsunami. 4 specific conditions must be met. First, the earthquake must occur beneath the ocean or cause material to slide into it. Second, it must be strong, at least magnitude 6.5 or higher. Third, it must rupture the Earth's surface and occur at a shallow depth, less than 70 kilometers below. And finally, it must cause vertical movement of the seafloor, raising or lowering it by several meters. When this happens, millions of tons of seawater are displaced, generating a tsunami. 2. Landslides. The second cause is landslides. A massive landslide along the coast can push large volumes of water into the sea, creating waves. Underwater landslides can also trigger tsunamis when loosened materials move violently and push the water ahead of them. 3. Volcanic eruptions. Third, volcanic eruptions. Though rare, violent volcanic activity can displace huge amounts of water. One of the largest and most destructive tsunamis ever recorded occurred in 1883, when Krakatoa in Indonesia exploded and collapsed. Waves as high as 135 feet struck coastal towns along the Sunda Strait, killing over 36,000 people. 4. Extraterrestrial collisions. And finally, asteroids or meteors. If a large celestial body were to strike the ocean, it could generate a massive tsunami. Thankfully, such events are extremely rare, but they remind us that preparedness must consider even the most unlikely risks. Tsunamis cannot be stopped, but their impact can be reduced through investment and preparedness. That's what this year's theme emphasizes. Be Tsunami Ready. Invest in Tsunami Preparedness. This means investing in early warning systems, risk mapping, public education, and community drills. Early warning and early action save lives. Tsunami early warning systems must cover every at-risk person, they must be multi-hazard, and communities must be ready to respond immediately. The UNDRR's Hush Get to High Ground campaign, launched in 2022, encourages people worldwide to take part in drills, runs, and awareness walks along tsunami evacuation routes. These activities help communities practice evacuation, maintain tsunami memory, and build a culture of safety. Tsunami preparedness is closely tied to the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015 to 2030, which aims to substantially reduce disaster losses in lives, livelihoods, and health. This framework builds on lessons from the Hyogo Framework for Action adopted in Japan after the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Together, these global efforts remind us that disaster risk reduction is not a choice, it's a shared responsibility. So, what can we do? We can start by learning evacuation routes in coastal areas. We can take part in school or community drills. We can share verified information during emergencies. And we can raise awareness so that everyone, from children to elders, knows what to do when a tsunami warning is issued. For policymakers and leaders, it means investing wisely in resilience, in technology, education, and coastal infrastructure that can withstand disaster. For scientists and educators, it means continuing to improve early warning systems and teaching people how to interpret them. And for all of us, it means staying alert, informed, and ready to act. Tsunamis are powerful, but human knowledge, preparation, and solidarity are even stronger. By investing in preparedness today, we protect the generations of tomorrow. On this World Tsunami Awareness Day 2025, let's pledge to build resilient communities, smarter systems, and a safer planet. Let's remember: be tsunami ready. Invest in tsunami preparedness. Because when awareness meets action, we can save lives, protect our shores, and stand strong, no matter how high the wave.